make good human beings with the skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by teachers. Changes in education policy is a major way to provide the better student, professionals, and better human beings. Yes, it is correct that we have to analyze that change will be necessary in our nations, in our society, said by Eddie. First of all, I will focus what is NEP. Little bit history, we should know about NEP. The National Education Policy of India 2022, approved by Union Cabinet of India at 4 p.m. Wednesday, July 29, 2023. It is passed by cabinets but not passed from the parliament till now. And if we focus on aim of this NEP, to be India a global knowledge superpower. New education policy replaced the previous national education policy, that is 1968, 1986, and little bit modified in 1992, and now we have 2022. This policy comprehensive framework for elementary education to higher education, yes, elementary education to higher education, as well as vocational training. That is the important point here, vocational training. Till now, our government and society did not focus on vocational training, not only in rural areas but also to urban areas. This policy aims to transform India's education system by 2030. This is the target of our government. About NEP 1968, all of you know that Kothari Commissions, under Kothari Commission was based and given some recommendations. What we followed? In 1986, second phase came in the government of Rajiv Gandhi, introduced the new policy of education. And little bit modified, it's not implemented, but 1992 we have seen something. In 1986, it was modified in 1992 by P.V. Narasimha Rao government. And now, yes, in 2022, Cabinet approved it and by MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development, drafted it NEP 2009. This is the policy in which from panchayats to central level, state all are involved in the government taking suggestion, and we are the proof for it that we have also discussed about this NEP and also tried to make understand the parents in the society about this NEP. So it was renamed under this policy MHRD, renamed as Ministry of Education now. This policy aligns 2020-30 agenda of sustainable development and aims to transform India towards superpowers. It may be we are living in traditional system of education. This time government focus on competency-based education. It means you can say it is transformed from the rote memory to the practical-based education in these policies. Not possible to conclude because 300 pages draft are given in this policy, and we are confident, especially we are discussing some of the amendments in this presentations. Yes, it's necessary to know about that who introduced, who contribute, who are the origin of this NEP. Replaced 1986 in 2023, yes, but work started January 2015. A committee was organized. Former Secretary TSR Subramaniam started the consultation process. This process started from 2015 for this policy, new education policy. And the present chairman of this drafting committee was former scientist of ISRO, Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan. In the leadership of this two personality, we are getting this historical education policy in our India. So these are the introduction, but we are reaching towards the structure and curriculum, that is new pedagogical and curriculum structures. So everyone familiar with this 10+2 system of education. We the teachers also crosses this 10+2 system of education. It means we know that only 12 years government took and keep an eye on the students till now. But now government will keep an eye on the students for 15 years. It doesn't mean that 3 years will increase. Before it, children reach these schools at the age of 6 years. But now, under this policy, children will reach this school at 3 years. 3 years, from 3 years to 18 years, government will keep an eye on the children.
4 years. No, 4. It was
Yes, it is from 3 years, 5. So here we focus the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system. And you can see in the slide, look, classes, foundation, they are divided into 4 stages. First one is foundational stage. That is 5 years, it is divided into 2 parts, 3 plus 2. And second stage is preparatory stage. That is also for 3 years, and classes are given 3 to 5 and age 8 to 11. Now next stage come to middle stage, that is schooling 3 years again, classes is 6 to 8 and age is 11 to 14. The last stage is secondary stage for 4 years. It may be we till now students after 10 class they reach in 12 class, but now it is merged 9 to 12. It means in 4 years 9 to 12 is 14 to 18. Higher education also implemented here, but I am not discussing here. In the next slide I will discuss. One by one, look. Foundational stage. So what is given in the foundational stage? Yes, it's duration of 5 years. You know, governments are keeping an eye on the students from 3 years. What is the reasons that government focus the students of 3 years aged? At the 3 years, that children are playing at home, and that in flourishment of the children look after parents look after this student, the children at home. But now government decided that why not they are playing at home, but why not the children come to school and they will play in the schools. We will give that environment. And we have to focus that students what we have now at the age of 4 years or at the age of 5 years, they all involved in activity. Their mind is flourished and catch and accelerated towards the activity. They are not attached to study. It means that it is a burden for them. So the teachers also sometimes observe that when you announce any activity on a day, that student did not absent the school that day. It means that they are suffering from fever and whatever this is. But next day they like to come to school. So this is what it shows, that they are very active in activities. And look at some of the traditional games are given. What we the teachers also play in the childhood. So enthusiastically children will come to schools and they will get the play involvement in the schools. It may be of course 120% they will enjoy the educations. But here they will play only. No examinations are given during this 5 years. 3 plus 2. It means that grade 1 and grade 2 they will face, but without examinations. No burden of examination on them. So enthusiastically they will learn with the playing method. Here it is not said that teachers and educators will not give anything. With the environment in playing method, they will educate them. We are moving to the next slide. In class 1 and 2 here there is no examination. But in preparatory stage, you know that its duration is 3 years, included class 3, class 4 and class 5. Here they will enter in the examinations. Up to class 1 and 2 there is no examination, but in class 3, 4 and class 5 examination will start at the age of 8 to 11 years. But that examination, you know that what study was going on, all will on competency based, practical analysis students will do. I will ask the question, read this. So we observe sometimes that students are learning this with a rote memory, and if question is asked beyond the topics, experimental topics, till now we focus that what is power and what is upper, but we don't ask. And if we ask that if Gandhiji were the side of extremists, it means in the exercise of Chandrasekhar Azad, then what would be the history of India? It may be students get stopped there because their minds are adjust like a road movie. Their minds are not thinking, their minds are not taking the burden that you have to think like that question. And with this NEP, students have to face and the teachers have to prepare for this to give them practical and competency-based education. And this is the target of educators in our country and all officials who are related to the education system of the country. And not only teachers, but also many volunteers are set up by the CBSE and the education minister that the time to time they will guide, and they said that infrastructure is over. All over the country we made the infrastructure. Now we have to build up the quality. Now we have to build up that how quality is increased. It may be by the teachers or among the volunteers. And this is the reason that CBSE education ministers did not comply. It may be some issues are coming, and after sort out it will implement it. Next slide, we are moving. Yes, middle school stage institution is 3 years, and this is very important stage. Before education policy, we didn't see this. And you know that our country's economy divided into 3 parts. Our country's economic structures or all the systems, primary, secondary and tertiary. Secondary sector is the industrial sectors. And government are facing the problem, our officials and the head of the department facing problem that industrial sector is very empty. There common people, workers, laborers are not moving towards it. It may be colleges and universities are the factory, but they are not producing the quality workers, quality laborers. Schools are the factory. That is why government focus, why not we install, why not we inject that quality from the school side. So this task is given in the NEP and in middle stage, classes 6, 7 and 8. So look at here at the stage of computer coding. Not only computer coding but also some skilled work like carpentry, gardening, cooking, and we have seen that in our school sometimes some programs and some things are arranged where students do something himself and themselves and force their skill. So this is for the students beneficial that in life after class 10, after class 12, they can decide their futures, and it may be that society will get the efficient industrialist. So as a result, they will learn to develop the software applications from the 3 early ages. Early ages from 6th class. It may be all the students IQ is not same. Some of the 80, some of 100 and some of 150. So according to everybody has a speciality. It may be some will come for the service sectors, doctors, engineers. But what about that person, that students who are below the average? So all have the special quality, they will go in the sectors and flourish there themselves. So secondary stage. Secondary stage is also valuable for 4 years, and before it board exams is conducted in class 10. But now board values is reduced here. It is divided into 4 parts, class 9, 10 and 11 and 12. So all are must to each other. Why the stages form like that? It is a question is arising in our society that nowadays it seems that students study 12 years and lastly they got the certificates of matriculation. It means they focus on in 10th class and the last 3 months in board examinations will focus last 3 months it is said. So for 3 months they are preparing this class, and that is why here it is said that why not we have to conduct the semester wise examination, and it may be that the value of board is decreased and divided into 10 and 12. So now students will get the semester wise examinations. It means 4 class will be 8 times they will participate in the examinations at the age of 14 to 18 years. Outcomes of this stage, that burden of examination at a time will reduce. Some anxiety occurred in the society. It means students will not fear that this is the board examination, this is the 12 examinations, and burdens are reduced on them, and sometimes in our country is great. Some wrong things the students committed suicide due to this anxieties. So it will remove from our society. This is the best step taken by the educators. And but no streams. This is important. No streams. Till now we are divided three streams: science, arts, and commerce. So here government focus, educators focus that stream process is eliminated. Now students could choose any subject, even not only subject but extra curriculum, extra none, like that music, cooking. They will get the marks and main as a main subject in that subject also. Drawing streams are limited. You are very suppose that you students are very good in mathematics and also good in history. They interested in history. They can one subject from commerce background, one subject from art background, one subject from science background. So it depends on them that what they can choose in this stream. So a stream process is eliminated. Multiple subjects, that is multiple subjects, different types of subjects like science, arts, and science. Critical thinking. Here, it is observed by the teachers that students are thinking critically, and teachers have to teach that students critically and competency based. Not one-way education will go in this, and it is observed teachers also and students also. Students is judged on three ways. Their friends will judge, parents will judge, and teachers will judge. It means a complete evaluation will come. And it is said by the educators that not possible to judge the students in one remarks in the report cards. 2 pages of report cards and class is given. So it is not the best way to judge the students. We are giving the students 1 year, 2 years, and we are judging in only 2 pages. So these evaluations will come in process. It may be 20, 22 pages. Their evaluations result report card will come. So government is planning that gross enrollment ratio goals for 2035. Not only urban areas, it is said that I am seen in rural areas. India is a country of villages. Here we live in town areas. We see that yes, on gross administrative goal in our schools, the students' presence is very nice. But report and survey said at a primary level, in all states it is seen that their presence in the schools percentages have increased up to 100%. But secondary and higher education, their presentations is look some data are given. Current is 36.5% for class 11 and 12. In village areas, maybe after 10 passing, especially in girls, you know that literacy rate in our country is approximately 78 in our country is 78% and 84 and 86% for male and female is very less. It means that what population of a European country in the world, that percentage and populations in our country is illiterate. How can we imagine a superpower India? So not possible. We have to focus at first presentation. Students will come to schools. This is the target of the government. So target is secondary school 100%. Current is 36%. It's 100 out of 1,000 out of 1,000. 365 students are coming to school in 11 and 12. In higher education, current percentage is 26.3. It means out of 1,000, only 263 students are coming to schools. Maybe in between they left the schools, they left their educations. So the government target is 50%. And it is not only in this policy. Governments are trying in next previous policy, but they did not achieve this target. And this is a challenge for the government that how can they achieve. I am moving to next slide. Language. Language is the main issue now. You also observe that government are saying that we are to implement the education in mother tongue. So some are arising the motion and our society's educators are also arising. So some educators also reply about let NEP would focus on students' mother tongue as a medium of instructions. It is history that in colonial period, some orientalists also imposed the medium of instruction should be mother tongue because small kids get and judge the mother tongue very quickly in the school. That is why government here focus on undergraduate programs. Yes, multiple. This is a very good thing that it is seen that after in taking admission in graduation and due to any reasons, boys and girls are not completing their graduations, and they are after doing 1 month or 2 months or 6 months, their higher education is hampered. It may reason can be different, but here they are given options, and this is a better option. Under graduation will be of either 3 or 4 with multiple entry and exist options. So 1 year they will get the certificate, 1 year certificate, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, which that students who completed 1 year, after 1 year completion they left the colleges, but that 1 year will not invalid. That 1 year is also valid, they will get the certificate. And maybe next year he wanted after 5 years and 6 years they can come and join the colleges. So every year is valid and 4 years are given. It may be higher education like after graduation we do MPhil or PhD. Now MPhil is eliminated because here 4 students completed the 4 years, they can directly enter in PhD. No, because some research work is done in the 4th year. So every year students will get the certificate, their time will not lapse. Academic bank of credit. This is one of the best features of under new education policy. Academic bank credit for digitally storing academic credits earned from different higher education of institution. As I told in previous line, if students completed 1 year, that they will get the credit. Like that in 4 years, they got the 40 credits. That after completing 1 year, their 10 credits are installed in the computers. And when they will go wherever, they can proceed the next education, next year, that 10 credits will counted and they can earn the certificate. Like that, I give you an example. That one picture. Now our conclusions. So if we conclude all the things, NEP is a good policy. After 34 years, we are getting a blasting vast policies about education. If all the things are good, then it may be in 1 or 2 years it will be implemented, and teachers will get this gift from the US government. And it is a good policy as it aims at making the education system holistic. Holistic, it means that all-round performance, all-round development, and flexible, multidisciplinary, aligned to the needs of 20th century, 21st century. We talk about 21st century, 21st century, that we can get this gift as a national education policy, and all-round flourishment, all-round development of a child, and really we will think that we are the human beings, powerful in the world, in this earth. So with this education system, our children will get that all-round flourishment and development. With this, I conclude over my topic. So I would like to invite Assistant Principal to give the feedbacks.
So, give a good applause to Madam. You have communicated wonderful, nice session. Okay, so it was nice. I think you all enjoyed. You could have asked me between now because they are.